I'm super excited because I finally get the chance to talk to my wonderful friend, Mylen Yamamoto. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here. Thanks, Nicki.
I've been following your journey for a long time. And when I mean long time, first moving to LA, meeting on a set for a James Franco film for Lawrence Cow. You being a professor at Loyola Marymount University in entrepreneurship, you managing YouTubers, many popular YouTubers that I won't mention now, she can do that herself. You starting your business for Clique Now, and then finally to right now being on Shark Tank for pitching your product, Cropsticks. So it's like so much going on. What drives you to do everything, and how do you have time to do all this stuff?
I really have a good team. So I have to give shout outs to my team and my community for always supporting me on these crazy adventures. And I'll start with Clique Now, because that's what brought me back to LA. And so talent manager there, and I managed the Fung Brothers, LeendaDProductions, and Richie. And through them, it's always about, I'm a teacher at heart, so I like to always show them the opportunities and pair them with different brands and help them grow their channels. And I got to, I think a lot of the skill sets I got when I was teaching at universities, because it was always about the students and how to grow them. Not to say that the Fung Brothers are students in any kind of way, but you know, it's always about like giving and helping them grow their careers, grow their ideas. So up until Cropsticks, it was always about nurturing others and helping them grow. And I think that's saying where when you give a lot of people give back. And so without any expectations, when I finally did this Cropsticks thing, all the community, including my Clique Now clients, my students, the professors at LMU, my friends, they all came and really supported us when we did our first Kickstarter. And that got us to launch all the way to get our tooling and then finally to Shark Tank.
What has been the biggest advice that you've received to help every single thing that you've done in your life?
Okay, there's a few. My music teacher, Mr. Seta, he said always be a good person first, because if you only focus on being a good doctor or a really good chopstick maker, that's the only thing you're going to be good at. But if you're a good person overall, then your whole life will be good and all-encompassing. And then the more, I guess the practical thing I got as I got older was surround yourself with people that are way smarter than you. So with Cropsticks, it was our first, and we'll show everybody what Cropsticks is. I keep mentioning it. It's a product, it's a chopstick, and I didn't know how to develop it or even get a patent. So I just surrounded myself with people that knew how to do these things way better than me. And
well, I think you've done a really great job so far, because you did get on Shark Tank. So tell us about, for those who don't know, what Cropsticks is.
Sure. Well, I'm not going to tell. I'm just going to show. So I'll get one for you. We can do this together.
Yay!
This is Cropsticks, and it looks like your typical chopstick, but basically, instead of snapping this way, you snap that way, and your top becomes a rest.
I mean, like, it's such a simple but genius idea at the same time. And you mentioned that you were inspired one day because you were on a plane and your chopsticks kept falling, right? But how did you actually put it into fruition?
Sure. So that flight, I was on a flight to Asia, and at the time I was just like, oh, this is inconvenient because my chopsticks kept rolling off and I had to bend down, pick it up, long flight. So first it was a design aspect by just snapping it horizontally and the top becomes the rest. Now, as I did more research, I found out that 45% of chopsticks, they're still made from trees. So learning something like that, I was like, okay, we need to make this product, if we need to move forward, to be green and sustainable. So that's where the bamboo part comes in. You chop down bamboo, it grows right back. And even our wrapper is made out of recycled paper. So I had the idea and I had the mission to leave behind a greener environment for future generations, but I didn't know how to make a product.
Sure.
But as a teacher and someone that reads a lot, I was like, okay, I need to research on how to do this. So I found a book. It's called, it's by Lori Grenier, Invent It, Bank It, Sell It, Pull up something. We'll find. This
we'll
is
Google
the book
it
right here.
Insert photo here.
Yes. And that's the book that really teaches about first doing the market research, because if there's no market that wants it, market research means like go out there and survey people, see if they like this product. And then once the market shows that they like it, then you can go and take the next step. So for me, it was designing it and using 3D printing, which is so cheap and it's affordable. Simply Yelp or Google your nearest 3D printer. You have an idea in your head. You just show the person you're drawing, and they can develop this CAD for you. It's so easy. It's so much easier to be an inventor now. Then get your patent, your provisional patent. It's like $135 to file initially. So it's not that much. You would think it's way more expensive to get a patent, or at least initially file. It's not. And then from there, and this is the kind of the trickier part, was finding a manufacturer. So
and doing right, because I know that you're very conscious about the environment. So how did you find like the specific people to work on how to make Cropsticks more sustainable?
Well, first, my husband and I, we went to China thinking that we could just knock on a factory door and be like, hey, can you make this for us, please?
Yeah.
Everyone turned us down. No one wanted to make this product for us because we had no capital proving that this product was going to work. So we left China back in January 2015 empty-handed. So that's kind of sad, but I always say when you have an idea, like just talk about it, don't be afraid, share your idea. I know I shared it with you like way early on, and that's when I met our partner to this day. His name's Jay Chang. Shout out to Jay, he's awesome.
Thank you, Jay.
Because his family owns a bamboo factory.
Oh, well, hello, that's like perfect.
It was, and I didn't know he did that. He never talked about it before, but finally I was like, yeah, Jay, let me show you this idea. He's like, oh, I can help you. It's easy. I'm like, okay. And that was the magic that got us to get that idea to the manufacturer. Oh, but you need capital to pay the manufacturer to make this. And luckily in 2017, you have the resources. You can go on Kickstarter or Indiegogo. You can fundraise. And I talked about giving to your community early in the beginning, because there might be a time when, you have to ask for something to have one of your own ideas made, and that's where Kickstarter, you share your idea with the community so that you can fundraise for us. We needed tooling, we needed to pay for bigger patents, and we got funded.
Like, let's talk about the process, because you've created this Cropsticks from idea to execution within 11 months, you said? That's insane. I think a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are wanting to start don't know where to start, and you breaking it down is so helpful. Like, this is all it really is. It's really the doubt that's in your mind, but what allowed you to push forward?
As you're building your idea and you're building that product, I got to be real, and there wasn't a time where I actually was like, okay, I can't do this. I think if I had that doubt early in the beginning when it was still fun, and it's still fun, but there was less risk. Because we didn't have investors at the time to answer to. We didn't have clients we had to make happy. So in that kind of space, when I didn't have that pressure, I was like, we just got to do it. We just got to make it. It's going to be great. Surrounded yourself by good people and smart people, and we just did it. But today, I have a hard time sleeping at night knowing, like, is the product going to arrive on time from China? Is it going to get to the clients, and will they reorder, and will they be happy? Like, am I doing everything I can do to make them happy? Will the investor be okay that we didn't hit our projection for this month? I mean, we will eventually, but it's. And so now this is like an interesting feeling, because it's real now. It's a real business. We're making money. We have clients. We signed on with Hakkasan and Disney and the District, Roy's. It's like these are real, credible brands that we're bringing Cropsticks to, and we want to make sure that they're happy, because these are brands that have a legacy, and we want to make sure we add to that.
Just seeing where you've gone and being a professor of entrepreneurship and actually quitting that so you can actually be an entrepreneur, I think that just speaks volumes to a lot of students that you were teaching when you were a teacher. So kudos to you. But I know that we went to your launch party at the district. And the great thing is the marketing part of it too. I mean, now in this very digital, social media forward kind of age, it's like that's something very social media or Instagram worthy where people take a picture and hashtag. But why don't you talk a little bit about the hashtag part, what Cropsticks is doing to leave their sustainable stamp on the world too?
Sure. So all you have to do is hashtag crop love, CROPLOVE. And for every hashtag that you do of that, ideally of Cropsticks, but it could be of anything, we donate 3 minutes of our time to our mission, which is to leave behind a greener environment for future generations. And in the past, we did taro patches, did beach cleanups, and so far we have about 2.5 hours. So that's about 50 hashtags-ish. And the more people hashtag, the more we can donate our time to our mission.
Absolutely. And then not only are these chopsticks made from sustainable bamboo, I believe you're talking about a program, I don't know if it's ready to talk about yet, but recycling these into, or upcycling them into beautiful pieces of art. Can you talk more about that?
So all we have to do is collect back the chopsticks and we can upcycle them into beautiful tiles. I just came out of a meeting where the whole restaurant, they want to have these upcycled tiles. They look beautiful, like beautiful bamboo tiles that are made from used chopsticks. So that if you think about it, a chopstick is a product you use for just an hour, okay? And then you throw it away. But instead of throwing all these into the trash can, which by the way is 80 billion a year, if we count all the chopsticks in the world, why not take them back and upcycle them into something beautiful, sustainable? It just makes sense. So you have that whole complete cycle.
Yeah, and this is what I admire and am so inspired by, is you not only think about just creating a product to create it, but to really create a product that has another long-standing mission behind it, to leave a greener place behind. So that's why it's just been so inspiring to just hear and be along with you on your journey. And you really do inspire me as a female entrepreneur, but not just a female entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur in general. And just from Cropsticks to also managing, are you still managing YouTubers? Are you still doing things with Clique Now, or how has Cropsticks impacted like your schedule?
Yeah, sure. And before I go into that, like right back, Nicki, you inspire me too. And it's all about like just surrounding yourself with people that lift each other up, empower each other. So high five to that. And right now, I know I can do a good job for the 3 clients that I have. I know that I can't spread myself too thin, so I do say no a lot more so that I can give more to the clients that I have.
Speaking of which, I actually had one of the people you manage send in a question.
What? Interesting.
So I just wanted to play it for you.
So my question is, we all know your lifestyle is insane, managing YouTubers and having your own business. So what I would like to know is, how do you schedule in your love life and just kind of relationship-wise? Like, how do you do that? Because it's kind of difficult. So yeah.
I love Linda.
I know. So Linda,
that's a real question.
That's a real question. I had contacted a couple of YouTubers that you manage, and it's like, hey, I know you guys probably have questions because you work with Mylen on a day-to-day too. So yeah, how do you manage your love life in the midst of Cropsticks, YouTube, Clique Now, like being a boss? How do you do that?
I know this isn't for everyone, but for me, the way that I work with my husband, and he's right over there.
We should bring Ron in here.
So this is my husband, Ron. He's here at this interview and bringing us some beverages and snacks and being so supportive, because having a supportive husband makes all this more sane. Linda, find a guy that gets you and supports the work that you do, and if you want him to be in a video, if you're going to marry him, then it's that's how we make it work.
Yeah. Thanks for making a special appearance, Ron. And oh my goodness, so I just have to talk to you about that too. It's like, so you get married in Hawaii, beautiful location, and 2 days later you get a call, and instead of going on your honeymoon, you guys are practicing your pitch for Shark Tank. How do you make sure that you keep that spark in your relationship when you guys are both bosses in like a relationship?
I don't know. Well, we're still newly married, so every day is still really fun for us, and he'll surprise with flowers, or I'll just want to cook him dinner sometimes.
That's good.
Often.
Yeah.
As much as I can.
What kind of meals are these? These are like home cooked Mylen meals.
No, these are home cooked. Okay,
Yeah.
like you make the sauce from scratch. You like sprinkle the spices on.
And you're eating with Cropsticks.
Yeah, exactly.
And what are some things that people don't know about you that you would be willing to share?
I don't know. I feel like I wear a lot of my emotions like on me. So, I don't know, Ron. What do people?
That's true. I should be asking the husband, Ron. What don't we know about her? Does she kick you at night? Does she snore? Does she fart all over the place?
Yes, but they smell like roses.
This is when we're all in denial. Yeah, I just know what was interesting when I first met Mylen too is that we went clubbing one time, and then she was just patting the wall.
Oh yeah.
Because I was just like, what is this girl doing? And you have we call it night vision, like it's a special power, but it's kind of the opposite where you can't see a third of your eye.
That's when I know you're a real friend, when you like help me see at night. 'Cause I have bad peripherals. I bang into things, and that's when I know my real friends are like, I got you, girl.
We got you.
Walk me through.
I always thought that was an excuse, and I was like, Mylen, this is actually a good pickup line. You know, you can go to the club, and then you're just like accidentally, like, little do we know, you're actually really like needing help, and you're just like telling us, sorry, I can't see. Can you help me to the bathroom?
Well, that's how, on our first date, that's how Ron and I held her hands for the first time. Because we went to James Terrell exhibit. So it's like the Drake music video where
all the lights,
yes. It's very dark. So I was like, hi, I can't really see. Could you hold my hand, please? And he did. But he didn't hold it like, like a friend way. It was like this on your first date. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, good thing I kind of like you.
Yeah, otherwise it would have gone terribly, right, Ron?
I knew what I was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Oh my goodness. So how can we and the viewers support Cropsticks and anything, or keep up with Cropsticks or what you're doing personally and support?
Yeah, go to our website. It's Cropsticks, Cropsticks.co again, because it's not .com, and take a look. If you like what you see, feel free to purchase it. It's $6.99. You can get it for a pack of 25. Or if you live in Hawaii, we're available in all the Walgreens out there, and also Fisher, Hawaii.
That's so exciting! Congratulations.
Thank you. And hashtag and share and tell people about it, because we're not just a chopstick. You're not just helping Cropsticks, you're also helping the environment. I know some companies just like, that's propaganda, but we really are trying our best to take care of that in the early stages of our business.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing all these Cropsticks with us. So yes, definitely check out her website and make sure you keep up with her. She's always doing a million things, and I'm always inspired by you every single day. So thank you so much for having this interview.
Thanks,
and
Nicki.
yay, I'll be supporting you near, far, wherever you
She does. Thank you.
like Titanic.
Hi everyone, it's Mylen, the inventor of Cropsticks, and you're watching Nicki's Son. And if you didn't know, now you know. If you don't know, now you know.
No, that's so cute because you're like, and if you don't know, now you know. Like, yeah, like Notorious B.I.G. Go ahead.
You don't know, now you know.
She's like, see, now she knows.
Got it.